ever, to be perfectly honest, but we are headed to Cedar Key, Florida, and we have been very excited about this, but the reason we are heading here isn't because of the destination, it's because of the campground. So we were trying to hunt down last minute RV spots in Florida because it's been our MO these last few weeks, and we found a campground called Shell Mound County Campground. Okay. And it's a first come first serve campground, and their online reviews say that they always have availability. Like, it's just not very known, which I find hard to believe because we found it on Campendium. Like, it wasn't hard to find. There was even a review from like 2 weeks ago that said they went on a holiday weekend and it was empty. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but we're gonna find out because it's cheap and they have availability, and that's what we're looking for while we're in Florida. But wish us luck because we've already had a pretty not fun moving day, but that's all in our last vlog if you want to go check that out. So one of our tires has the spare on right now. This was supposed to be an easy 90-minute smooth driving day, and we have 25-mile-an-hour winds. We're outrunning a storm, or I guess we're trying to get to Cedar Key before the storm hits, and we had to change our tire. So we're just ready to get there, and we are not ready for any more issues.
Well, those spots over there have water and electric.
Nice. Yeah, there's definitely plenty of space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 6 RVs, and there's a lot more spots than that. Cool. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
We got a break here.
Right.
All right, which one do you want?
Great question.
We could back into these and get a good view. We are all settled in, and we are now gonna hit the road and go find beer.
Yep. A little bit of beer for the storm. So
Yeah.
Storm beers.
Yeah, we decided to make tonight a movie night. We haven't done that in a long time. I feel like in our house that used to be like a thing.
Yeah.
Occasionally, not too often, but we would have like a movie night, and we'd have dinner and like popcorn and just watch movies like literally all night. I don't think we're gonna do that tonight, but we might watch, you know, maybe 2 movies. But yeah, I'm really excited about this place, even with the storm coming in. You know, I think
it looks beautiful.
it's gonna, and we looked at the weather, it's gonna be great for the next couple days, so we'll get time to explore. We really want to test out this kayak that we were given last summer.
The Millers.
Yes, the other Millers.
Wisconsin.
Yes, so we really want to take it out, and we're kind of hoping to do that here.
Yeah, I think I saw a kayak launch, so that's good.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, so it's still really windy out, but I wanted to show you outside quickly. The sites here are actually very large. So we have like a little water view back there. This kind of looks like marsh area. I love the palm trees. And yeah, just like, look how big that pole is the end of our site, but look how big this site is. And we actually have even a lot more room on the other side. We just didn't pull all the way over because we didn't feel like fighting with the tree branches that were over there. It has a fire pit back. What is that? Oh, someone had like mussels or something. But yeah.
Holes in the ground.
I don't know. What are these holes in the ground? We'll hopefully figure that out. But there's a fire pit back here, and then like this whole other area is just one more site. So the sites here are huge, but also very unlevel. So, and we're in a water and electric, and it's 30 amp. So I don't think we've ever had this happen. Look at this. The bumper is to my belly button. I don't think we've ever had the rig up that high. Like, it's ridiculously low up there and ridiculously high back here, but we'll take it. Doesn't matter.
I know, we were eyeballing. There's site 12, so if you ever do make it out here, site 12
It's
looks
the most level.
Yeah, it's the most level, and it's kind of like higher up. They also said with the storm, sometime you can get some storm surge, but the storm's blowing the opposite way, so.
Yes, yeah, site 12. The only thing is, if you're in a motorhome, it's perfect because you can pull in and the pedestal's on the correct side, but if you are in a fifth wheel and you need to back in, the pedestal, you're gonna have to run your electrical under the rig, which is fine.
Yeah.
I don't know why people get so angry about that sometimes, but what else? Oh yeah, so we thought it was gonna be a little bit cheaper than it was. We thought it was gonna be $16 a night for the water and electric because that's what the reviews were saying online.
The picture of their sign that showed the cost.
Right, but as of January 1st, they increased their prices, so it's $25 a night for water and electrical.
Yeah, and they used to charge extra for tax, but that's included in the 25.
Yes, oh, and it's cash only.
Yeah, and I think it's 20 for electric only and 15 for just boondocking.
Oh, for boondocking. Okay, cool. So, I'll leave a link in the description of where this place is, but we will show you it more when it's not a storm coming in.
Okay. So, all of our baggage doors are closed, which is the reason I went outside in this thunderstorm with a tornado watch.
First of all, it's so frustrating that we cannot escape these tornado watches, and we're in Florida.
Yeah, what is wrong with this whole country?
What is wrong with our luck?
Yeah, we need to go back to non-tornado area. Anyway, we couldn't remember if we closed all the baggage doors. We've almost never left one open, but sometimes that one that our back baggage door, we put all of our utilities in, we'll start doing it and then leave it open and then remember to close it before nighttime. So we're sitting here and we're like, did you close it? Did I close it? So couldn't remember. So I decided to brave the storm to make sure, since it is pouring. And the last thing I wanted was for our whole entire basement storage to fill up with water.
Oh
as much as I would like a pool in the back there,
not the kind we want.
we don't have the cargo carrying capacity. So as I looked outside, there's a decent amount of water at the back of our RV.
Wait, really?
Yeah, so I think...
What's a decent amount of water to you? Wait,
so remember that fireplace we were showing earlier? I don't know if you showed it. It's just that fire ring. The water is above the fire ring. It's nowhere near...
Oh my god.
It's nowhere near even our jacks, but it seems like all the water from this whole entire hill we're on also floods to this area, which then connects to the Gulf of Mexico, which is right here. It looks perfectly fine. It doesn't look like it's even going to come up high enough to get to our jacks or our tires. It doesn't look like we're in any immediate emergency issue. Quite frankly, we're so high off the ground in the back that our neighbors will probably float away before we have a problem.
I kind of want to see this now because you're really stressing me out.
All right, I will shine the light outside so you don't have to go out there, so you can look through the back window.
I mean, I'll go out there. Okay, so what, I'll film through the back window?
Sure.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, what do you mean that's not a lot of water? Where's our fire pit?
That's right there. You gotta look through the other window.
It's completely covered.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That's a lot of water. What do you mean there's not a lot of water? Oh.
I mean, it's not even, like, it's got 7 more feet before it even gets to the jack, and then we're literally a foot off the ground. So that has to be a lot of water to get all the way up to even being close to touching anything on our RV.
Yeah, but this is just the beginning of the storm. We have like 3 more hours of rain.
All right, well, we'll keep an eye on it, but that's what I'm saying, though. I don't think it's gonna rise by, like, it would literally have to rise by 2 feet. 2 feet of water.
The National Weather Service in Ruskin has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for western Citrus County and west central Florida. Hazard, 60 miles an hour with gusts. Impact, expects damage to roofs, siding, and trees. A tornado watch remains in effect until midnight for northern and west central Florida. A tornado watch also remains in effect until 3 a.m. for west central Florida. Remain alert for a possible tornado. Tornadoes can develop quickly from severe thunderstorms. If you spawn a tornado, go at once into a small central room and a sturdy structure.
I think we should just take the whole thing out of the water. Yeah, there you go.
All right, so we did a check after an hour has passed, and the water has risen an uncomfortable amount.
Very uncomfortable amount.
But the thunderstorm's over, and so now we're just in the rain time frame, and it's actually, there's a lot less rain falling from the sky and just falling down. So I think we're pretty much close to max, but let's take a look at how far it did come up.
Oh my goodness, it makes me so uncomfortable. I'm actually really glad that we were so unlevel, because there's 6 orange Lynx levelers under our jack, and it is up to the 5th one. You can't even see our fire pit anymore. It's gone. Same with the neighbors. It's gone. This guy's lucky because that's site 12, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, site 12 is the site to be in because you are raised. Us, not so much. But I think we're gonna be fine.
Yeah, it has to raise still a decent amount. I mean, it's come pretty far, but there's still a lot more to go, and we're past the worst part of the storm.
Yes.
So I don't think we're in any danger.
Yeah.
What we were doing earlier was unplugging the electrical, because the electrical pole itself is underwater, and then because it's 30 amp, we had a dog bone, and then we had our 50 amp surge protector. We decided to just go off of our battle-worn batteries for tonight.
Yes,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They're fully charged. We're good to go.
Yeah.
All right, it's been another hour or so, and we're getting ready to head to bed, and we looked out the windows, and it looks like the water has receded a bit, so we're gonna go outside one last time and hopefully verify that, so that we can go to bed knowing that the water's heading in the right direction, which is not towards our RV.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah. Okay, we can see the picnic table again, which is amazing.
Yeah, look under there. It's not even touching our jack anymore.
Oh, okay.
Look
Yeah,
at
that jack that was like pretty much almost submerged. Oh, and the electrical pole is
Oh yeah.
totally.
Oh, that's not even the electrical pole. That's just
Oh, that's a cement block. Okay.
The electrical pole is not even touching water anymore. So.
Oh, good.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
We survived the great flooding, and it is now a beautiful day.
We're prepared for any more flooding.
Yes. So we are finally testing out our kayak. I don't know if you can hear that motor in the background, but that is an airboat. So something we learned about this place is that a lot of airboats launch from it. So if you do stay here, you will hear that noise on the weekends very frequently, but it was pretty quiet during the week, so I'll be curious tomorrow to see if it settles down a little bit. But it's actually kind of exciting and not so much as a nuisance as you would think. It kind of sends this vibe of like everyone's out enjoying the day and having a really fun time. So it's fun watching the airboats launch.
Yeah, and one of the reasons why they have airboats here, we were talking to the campground host, was as we discovered this morning when we tried to take the kayak out, the tide is extremely low and you can pretty much only take an airboat out because it's just all mud. They haven't dredged in a long time.
Yeah, it's the only thing that can get out. So, are you ready?
Yeah, it's high tide and I'm ready to test this out. Hopefully,
we don't sink.
Yeah. Thank you again, Steve and Janet. We really appreciate it.
Yes. Want to test your marriage?
It's not RVing.
It's not RVing, no. It's tandem kayaking in this grassland area up and down these canals.
With about a foot of water and airboats that you can't see because the grass is so high.
Yes, and both of you kayak completely different ways. So what have we learned?
That we're both rear kayakers. The problem with that...
Oh, so you think I'm doing my job wrong?
Fine. We're both front kayakers.
I think the front should be the steerer.
What we've learned is that we need to Google how to tandem kayak.
That is what we've learned.
Yeah. We've also learned that we need to know more about water.
Yeah.
Because we feel like it's already going to be low tide.
Yeah, but we don't know. And I know there's plenty of apps that track that. So if we're gonna do this, we just need to educate ourselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Because like there was a part where we like went past no problem in this like tiny little canal, and then a minute later we were backtracking and we were getting stuck in like the 1 foot of water in the mud. So
then it was scary of like, oh my gosh, is low tide happening and we're gonna be stuck in this marshland? Like
we could walk out at that point, but it would just be not fun.
And this mud here is like, at the bottom is so thick. And like we've had to like unstick the kayak with the paddles, and it just like sucks onto the paddles. So now you're like fighting with the mud to get your paddle back. So it's all very interesting. Well, it is a gloomy day, however, very humid day here, and it is our final morning here actually, so we wanted to take you on our little walk this morning. We've been doing our walks every morning still. This is gonna be kind of a fast-paced one because we have to leave today, so we actually just wanted to show you some of the area that we discovered around here. So right down the road from our campground is something called the Shell Mound Trail, and we kind of knew it was here. We heard about it and we're like, oh yeah, we should go see it. And we knew it was just gonna be a pile of shells, but that was all that we knew about it. So the first day when we were walking through, they have these little signs all throughout the trail, and we realized after reading the signs, you know, the first 4, there's 8 of them, the first 4 were just about the area, maybe some of the people here, the Native Americans. And then the fifth sign is on top of the mound. And it's like, oh, if you're wondering like what the purpose of this was, it was a burial ground. So I thought that was like an awful way to tell, like, as you're standing on the mound, you're like, oh, so you put the walking path right through it? So this is kind of like one of the little areas where you can see
just how big the mound is.
Right. So it's not all shell. Obviously the white is shell. So it's layers of like shell and dirt and shell and dirt. But this is all, you know, this is the normal ground level right here. And then this is all shell with dirt. And they actually started digging in here in the 1970s. This whole sign tells you about it. And then now obviously they're preserving it and doing digs and stuff like that to try and get some of the Native American artifacts. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy though, because they said in some places the mound is like 20 feet high, which is crazy. And it's the majority of the mound itself is oyster shells from the surrounding areas. So, and I guess they only use one side of the oyster shell here, like the top part, and then the bottom part goes back into the ocean.
The ocean, yeah.
So, to facilitate future oyster growth or something like that.
So this is another great example of the mound to see how large it is and see all the shells. So it's pretty nuts, to be honest. And I'll try and show you the other side. We found an area that kind of like the shells, you could tell, got loose and crumbled, but the way they crumbled, it was in a straight line. So I'll show you, that's like a really good visual of seeing the layers of dirt and shell and dirt and shell. It's really interesting. It was a fun little discovery.
Yeah, so Cedar Key, we went there yesterday. And well, we went there a couple times.
It's a sleepy little fisherman's town, but really cool and eclectic and unique.
One thing that we recommend stopping by is the Hideaway Tiki Bar, which isn't fully, it's on your way to downtown Cedar Key, and they have some delicious drinks. I got the strawberry mojito, and you can watch sunset there, so.
Yes, definitely a fun little place to go. And then they have this other area where it's more so, it's like the farthest end of town. It's the closest to the water. And they have a bunch of seafood restaurants there. So we grabbed lunch there one day. It was pricey because obviously that's what's gonna happen when you're getting seafood in a little touristy town, but it was good, it was fresh. So if you feel like just having a fun little weekend, relaxing and just enjoying the oddness of a little fisherman town, quirky little town, yeah, for sure. It's really cool. So don't forget to like this video and subscribe to join our getaway gang. We'll see you next time. Bye guys. We're doing something that should be unheard. Damn it, okay, I'll start over.
Southwest 78 Place.
Too fast. Working hard back there?
Yep, I feel like this is why we always go kayaking in singles.
Well, someone has to get the B-roll and someone has to keep the kayak moving. I think so. I was pointing it at the sky. But it is a sleepy little fisherman's town. Whoa. You're kind of freaking me out.
It's alright.
It's alright.
It doesn't, it's just kind of like the way the land is, you know? I don't know.
I'm not loving that explanation, so.
I don't know. I grew up in a desert. Like, I don't know how water flows, but it seems fine. And so, I don't know, electricity and water just don't really pair well for me. So we turned off the breaker.
I think they don't pair well for a lot of people.
You know, I don't know. You know, I'm not going to judge.